In the mystical fantasy realm of Osrynn Omega 419, there lies a small town of Asari within the elven country of Amirius. It is now 4993 of the Fourth Era, and over the course of the last year, heroes from across the continent have traveled to Asari in search of adventure and the rewards that come with it. Some retired, some were broken, and some have died. But those who remain are those whose stories are written in the annals of the Osrynn Tales. Starring Rachel.
I'm Reshi, the Dragonborn monk, and I just got my wings.
Chad.
Hello, I'm Quothe, the Goliath Barbarian. I have IBS.
Sangretti.
I play Hale, the Kobold Wizard, and his familiar pages, as we work on our quest to create the Grand Library.
Jobis.
I am playing Ajahar Sunray, a half-dragon Eldritch Knight who likes to dance with the flame.
And Genie Bra.
I'm Genie Bra, and I play the half-elf bard Rowan Janae. Don't let me charm you with my mystical powers.
One more, and you choose the take. I'm okay with the IBS.
Jeff, I apologize right now in advance for anything that he says from here on. I apologize, and I love you, and I hope that your life is better. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god! Episode 3! We did it, guys!
Wait,
We're live!
episode
Season
3?
2, episode 3! Yeah.
Wait, it's... Hold on.
Yeah, we've been doing this.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing this too long. I don't know.
Yeah, season 2.
2?
Season 2. Episode
I'm never
3.
getting out of here.
Nope, you're stuck. You're stuck forever.
Everyone rolls down here, Georgie.
I found Epidemic Sound, the adventure playlist. I don't know if this music's coming through. It's also like way more energetic than I expected it to be, but hey, at least we have some background music. Listen, I've been busy. I haven't curated a playlist quite yet, but at least I have the royalties for it all. So, yay.
Nay.
At any rate, welcome in everybody. Like you saw in the recap, the very last thing that happened in our last episode is that Tail, he attuned to that book, and things went a little awry, and Ajahar beat him into unconsciousness.
Welcome to the party.
And then
Here's your complimentary kobold to beat up.
Tail turned into a terrorist library. I like that you say library, not librarian, just like a legit library. He's like a terrorist library. I like it. I agree. So yeah, let me get my keyboard.
That's one explosive fiction section.
Awkward.
Thank you.
Really, I disown you for your puns, but that one,
So
that
Ajahar
one was
fucks off.
genuinely good.
let's clear that turn order. So yeah, we'll start off with you, Quothe. Well, you and Ajahar, actually. I would like, because I'm assuming, like, you guys were out here. I'll move your character over here. You guys were out here on the balcony as Ajahar tried to fly away off into the night. So first things first, I'm assuming, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Quothe. Since you were trying to catch him, I'm assuming you're gonna want to know where he's going. So I was thinking we can just start off by
Well, if I
getting
catch
a
him,
few rolls
don't
in.
really care where he goes.
I was gonna say we'll start off with a few rolls here. Yeah, but I heard what I said in the recap, and that he got away, flew off into the night. I would like an athletics check from you, Ajahar, to see how far and fast you can fly, and I'd like a perception check from you, big boy, Mr. Quothe.
Let's see.
To see if you can, like, trail him and get a trajectory on where he's going. So an 18 versus a 13. Nope! Ajahar's too quick and too deft for you. He quickly, like, flies up and just over a roof of a building, like, across the street, and he's out of your sight.
Well, that's annoying.
Ajahar, I will let you kind of think for a little bit about where you want to go, what you're gonna do here, while the rest of the party, or I guess the next roll I need is from Tail. Sangretti, will you roll me a 1d4 to see how long Tail will be unconscious without other people healing him or waking him up and all that stuff?
It was a pretty good ass whooping I had.
Ooh, that was a pretty good ass whooping. You like that bonk on the head, out for 3 hours. So, unless Rowan, Reshi, or Quothe, unless you guys heal him, our little fat kobold is out like a light on the bed. He's just sitting there. He's like,
Let's let Buddy take a nap. He's okay.
just almost suffocating himself to death with his quadruple chin.
Let's let Buddy take a nap.
That triple quadruple is 12 chins.
Let him sleep it off. There's nothing that's gonna happen in the next 2 or 3 hours. It gives us some time to like figure shit out too.
I was gonna say let's cover him in Doritos, but I can't figure out how to say Doritos backwards.
Yeah, bad.
In nacho flavored chips.
There you go.
That
Cover
is
him
the
in nacho
copyright.
flavored chips.
That is the copyright safe. It just rolls off the tongue too. The nacho flavored chip brand. The taste kids crave. I don't think that's the right slogan.
No.
No.
So where were we?
Wah wah wah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys, I don't know if Reshi or Rowan, if you guys followed the two large members of your party outside. Large as in tall, not large as in fat kobold. But I don't know if you guys followed them out onto the balcony or not. But yeah, I mean, that's where we are. We're just... Ajahar has flown off into the night. He's got the Book of Vile Darkness in his bag of holding. Yeah, you guys are now left here in the
I don't have
tavern.
wings, so I'm not chasing after him anyway.
Reshi could follow him with her dash maneuver, the Step of the Wind, but you only have so many key points, so
Right.
unfortunately your wings are only temporary, and Ajahar's wings are, permanent, like a physical part of his body.
Can I lift my scythe really high up in the air and use that little eye on it to look for him?
Oh my god.
Just walk around town.
Periscope.
You cannot. So first of all, you can't see through the eye on your skin. That's not part of its magical properties. It is just like it's an eye and it moves around. That is true, but you actually don't know if the eye is just a thing that's enchanted to look around, like, and make people feel creepy, or if it is an actual functioning eye, and if your scythe is like sentient or not. I don't think your scythe has ever talked or communicated to you. Not in the same way, at least, that the Sword of Vengeance did.
It did glare at me when I fondled the Sword of Vengeance too much.
That's fair. So perhaps there is
Everyone
a bit
glared at you for
sentience.
fondling.
I feel like that was a little bit of TMI.
Try to glare with no eyelids. Or eyebrows, for that matter.
That's fair. That's hard. The pupil
We have a
just
deep connection.
contracts. But yeah, what are you guys doing? Tails out like a light. Azahar just flew away with the evil book.
It's nighttime, right?
It is nighttime. Quothe's
I'm going back to bed.
Quothe's
gonna
left
say.
hand is up to about halfway up the forearm, is all shriveled and withered like a mummy's hand now. But also just supernaturally strong, as you guys found out, as he crushed an iron stein like a soda can.
Why don't we wake the kobold and use him to divine the location of
Because he's knocked out for
said
3 hours.
flying lizard?
I just got my ass whooped, dude.
I'm going back to bed.
Well, I need a rest after that fight anyway. So
Rowan adjourns to a bedroom in the tavern. I'm assuming Reshi and Quothe, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna take a rest also because I need to heal up from the last bit of fun.
I'm gonna go play with my new hand and go to sleep.
Blah.
Okay. This newfound strength of yours, there may be a little.
Hey, wait a minute! I didn't say I was gonna do anything like that. I mean, you got a new hand.
I'm just saying you may need to readjust some grip strength is all. Lest there be some accidents that in the night. And you can take that however you want to. You know? Like it could be like you might just shatter the glass of water next to your bed. I don't know.
Right?
Or shatter something else. This is maybe a little bit more important to you. So as you guys all say, well, fuck it, to Azahar, just fucking off with the book, we will flash over to Azahar. You are flying above the city streets and canals of Renea Salinar. I need to make a non-copyright version of the map for this city. But just to kind of give the lay of the land again, Renea Salinar is built at the foot of a waterfall leading into a delta of a river. So there's like all these islands connected by bridges. There's like canals built into it. Very like water focused throughout the middle of the city. But then the further away from the river you get in this sort of like crescent of like cliffs, things do like dry out and there's more and more like densely packed buildings. This tavern is sort of on the more watery side, but there is, like dense city to one side and like less dense, more open city to like the other side. So it's sort of like in that mid zone. But yeah, where are you headed?
So I've been thinking about this, and I know it's late at night. But my thought was, I want to try to find like maybe a magic shop. I don't know if this would be easily, like, I don't know how common, but like a chest that has a magical lock on it that the book would fit in.
Okay.
So my
He's gonna put
objective,
in a mimic.
well, my basically objective is to lock it in a box or chest with it's not easy to open, and then I'm gonna go take it to some secluded area in the forest or maybe near the waterfall or someplace that only I know, and
Okay.
stash it.
Okay.
So I'm the only one that knows where it is. And knows whatever, like if it's I don't know if it's like a magical lock uses a passphrase or whatever or something, like I know that I'm the only one that knows that.
Right. So it is getting late at night. Roll me an investigation check to see if you can find a magic shop or something that is open after supper time. 5. You do not find a magic shop tonight. So you will be able to do something in the morning. But yeah, all the magic shops that you know of in the city are closed for the night. But I mean, I don't know if you're a good aligned character or not, but breaking and entering is always an option.
I'm lawful neutral.
So yeah, those damn laws against breaking and entering.
Yeah.
You could come back. You got a buddy who's evil.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah, that
Let's
buddy
look at our
who
toolkit
just
here.
tried to grab him because he's trying to steal the book from him. All right, so where does Ajahar with all the shops closed? Where does Ajahar go for the night?
Well, could I find a shop and see as it's closed and kind of hide out near it so when it opens in the morning?
Yeah, sure.
Just do something like that.
He sleeps in a dove, Cody.
And in a shop that, like, if you want me to make another roll or something, but that's not close to the inn, so maybe I'm on the other side of town or something.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So it's safe to assume that you're 100 feet or more away from me.
Right.
Okay.
The other objective is to get it as far away from you as possible, so you unattune from it. Kind of break your hold over it or
Is
your
that
bond
possible?
with it.
Yeah, if he's far enough away for long enough, I can unattune, but yeah, we'll see how that goes.
New art next week. A sickly, unhealthy, skinny kobold.
The physical changes are permanent.
Oof.
It is not.
Better write a note to knock him for a treadmill.
Yeah, so you camp out in like an alleyway or something near a magic shop. The night goes off. Just rolled make sure you didn't get taken in for vagrancy or something from the guards, but you managed to evade getting found by any city guards who would have a problem with you being out so late at night, kind of sleeping in a dumpster. And the next morning rolls around. It's what arcane lock is level 2 spell, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so all told, a chest large enough for the book and the arcane lock spell in order to lock it magically. That would be, say, 225 gold. It's 200 for the spell. You'd have to, I guess to open it, you might also need the knock spell. So you might need to, that's also a level 2 spell, I believe. So 425 gold if you want the knock spell to be able to open it later on. If you don't care about opening it, 225 gold. You can just mark that off on your sheet. Yeah. The next thing from you I would need is just another either stealth or investigation in order to find a suitable hiding spot for the chest.
A little better investigation, so
The 16. All right. So while Ajahar does this, and I'll let you figure out where you sort of want to stash it. Let me bring you guys back to. We can at least go to this map here. So you can see how Reneus Alinar. Let me move your guys' to the bay. So you can see like there's like this big ass waterfall, right, that like goes into the river that goes through the middle of the town. I kind of give you like a mental image of what the town's layout is. I don't know if you want to like leave town and go to like the forest or where you're going, but I'll let you think about that. Because buying the chest and everything is going to take, an hour or 2 hours. So the group does have time to maybe fuck with what you're doing, depending on what happens in the morning. So you guys, Tail included, you all wake up in the morning. Tail, you have a massive headache and a bit of a bruise on the top of your head. But other than that, you guys full up on HP and spell slots and all your other resources. What's the morning look like for you guys?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty okay. I didn't get my ass beat last night because I decided to open an evil book up and read some dumb shit.
That's fair. I will mention,
And I say that as I glare over it at our little kobold friend that knows that he's fucked up.
I would like to point out, I will respond to Jeannie's aggression here and say, I've read books I didn't like before, but I've never had a book that didn't like me.
Fair enough. Also, Zingretti, can we get you to turn up like 10-15%? You're still a little quiet.
I'm gonna tell you, I also haven't seen a pizza that doesn't like you either, little buddy.
How's
Oh,
that doing? Is that a little better?
maybe a little bit more. I'm just looking at the levels and stuff.
How about now?
There we go. That works.
That's definitely better.
Perfect. I will remind you guys, Tail did manage to write down a lot of information from the Book of Vile Darkness. His room is still covered like a mad conspiracy theorist, like just articles, pictures, lots of string connecting various seemingly unconnected things to, you guys who maybe don't understand the logic behind what the web of weirdness that he has been creating.
A lot of references to Sylve Pepe.
I was gonna make that joke.
Yep.
I was gonna make that stupid joke.
Sepe Pilvia.
Can I take a look at that stuff and see if there's anything on there that kind of makes sense to me?
Yeah, sure. You can either insight or investigation.
All right, let's do a
You could just ask the kobold. He
No,
will gladly tell you.
I don't really. I'm gonna take my own look at it, bud. Let's see here. What am I?
Here's a better question. Do you speak Draconic, Elvish, or Goblin?
I mean, I do.
I mean, he speaks Elvish. He's a half.
I do speak Elvish, yeah.
Okay.
So you'd be able to read some of the stuff, maybe not all of the stuff. It looks like from what you can see, there's some references to a ziggurat in the north that you guys have been close-ish to, within a couple 100 miles. You guys know there's that town that you were in that the Christmas kobold came and picked you up from, marked off by this little well up here on the map.
So the ziggurat me and you died at once?
No. I think so. So yeah, you guys are like within 150 miles of that place. But there's notes about that ziggurat. There's notes about certain like demons and stuff of the undead. The name Drazan is written there. Also information, you're not sure like exactly what, but you do make a lot of mention about death knights as well.
Is any of the stuff on the walls, is any of it like enchanted, or is there any like magic
Tail would have
shit
to ask
connected to it?
Answer that question. I
No,
know he was writing stuff down. I don't know if he enchanted anything.
Buddy, did you
No,
enchant anything
no.
on this wall?
I wrote with my Illuminator's tattoo on the walls, but like, it's not dangerous information. It's specifically.
Are you giving this
we were looking
information to
for.
me as Tail right now? Are you like telling me this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't know how much pushback you were gonna have.
I want you to know that Tail did not learn all this stuff because he wanted to, because he thought it was important to save his friend.
Which friend is that?
Vilmar.
Oh,
Vilmar is my friend, so I have to help Vilmar.
How quick we
I mean, I'm good. I'm good with us just leaving Vilmar do what he's doing.
Fair enough.
That's so quiet.
I have
I
a
think I'm
question.
going to go wander town and ask if there's any sightings of a huge golden flying dragon.
Do we feel like any of this information is going to help us in the foreseeable future?
That's what I was wondering too. If this is just pertaining to Vilmar or the group.
Or is this just crazy boy scribblings?
Ask the evil hamster.
Well, with a 13 in insight, just with what you picked up, Rowan, you do put, and with what Tail just said about Vilmar, and, Vilmar's story involved a Death Knight stabbing him, the sword kind of breaking off and, like, causing some corruption in him that's been taking him over. There is ample mention to Death Knights. Drazan, who you fought before, you remember was a devil demon, you're not sure which one, but you know that he was in control of undead and things like
He's an
that.
asshole, I know that.
He is an asshole, but he was teaching the goblinoids necromancy, so he has like the power to like create undead. And Death Knights, it's a pretty well-known thing in this era. That what a Death Knight is. It is literally an undead knight. It is a very smart and capable creature. They cannot, as lore has been proven in this world, they're not strong enough to survive an airship crashing into them at full force. But they are just in one-on-one combat very capable of murdering people such as yourselves. So there's definitely connections, and then there's also a couple mentions of that ziggurat to the north, and it all seems connected, right? You're not exactly sure maybe how, like that would maybe, because some of it's written like Dale was saying in what, Draconic, and do you say Goblin? Is
Yeah.
that the other line? Yeah. So
It
you
is
can't.
spread behind Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Goblin, because those are the languages Tail knows directly.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we head to this ziggurat, since all the information's indicating this general direction. I imagine we'll find Ajahar in that general vicinity on the way, or en route.
Well, then I would go find Ashar because he wouldn't know.
I will just tell you that
We find the Death Knight, we'll find the book and Ajahar.
that ziggurat is like 750 miles away from where you are right now, so you will need to like prepare for a journey. I'm assuming.
Do we still have a rhino?
He is Mr. Hornsby, which is an incorrect name. I did roll for sex on that rhino. It's a female rhino named Mr. Hornsby. But she is actually the tavern mascot at what I believe you called the Salty Wench back in Asari, your guild hall tavern.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Salty Wench, as it was.
Yeah. So, Mr. Hornsby is currently the tavern mascot over there. I'm assuming you guys don't want to travel by ship, given what happened the last time? I mean, maybe you do want to travel by ship.
I really want to go to a blacksmith and a lumber guy real quick, and I want to make a kobold-sized strike dummy.
Okay.
And I just want to be out in the backyard of the inn, just going ham on this, and it's just little kid trying to learn kung fu kind of stuff. Like it's embarrassing to watch, but it's how he's trying to lose weight.
Yes, that happens. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. That's too cute. I like it. You're just exhausting yourself on like a sack of rice that's just like sitting on a post.
Yep.
Yeah. Just I mean, it's like 4 punches and then you're like bent over, hands on your knees, just like, oh god, oh my god.
Last time we signed up with a merchant caravan or some type of expedition going overland. Can we do that again?
Yeah. So you can roll, and this goes for anybody who's like helping, because I'm gonna choose. Unfortunately, I have to choose things that I think Quoth is probably not that great in. You roll either investigation or persuasion to see if you can like find a group that'll be traveling north.
Tail will try and find them, but he can't really talk to them.
mm,
He's really winded from the strike dummy.
All doing this within the hour or two I take for me to buy a chest.
Should you be heading back this
Yeah,
way?
so at this point, like, Tail's gone off and he's made like a little dummy and he's exercising. Clearly not too concerned about you having taken this book. Everybody else is starting to like piece together the stuff. So I'll say at this point, you have 100% stashed away the chest with the book inside of it. Wherever it is that you stashed the book. Just for my own clarifications, and this does matter to a certain extent, how much bigger than the book is this chest? Is it
Not much.
relatively well fitted to it, or is it, is there like some space around it inside the chest?
No, it's just basically just a chest to get the book in it, and that's
Okay.
it. Just a small chest, as big as the book, so it's easy to stash.
And you don't have to tell me where, but is it, like, what's the surface that you set the chest on or in? Is stone,
Well, first-
wood, just dirt? Like, what's around the...
Well, how far can I travel in a day? I guess it's going to kind of determine.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just you by yourself?
Carrying the chest, yeah. Just me and the chest.
What's your fly speed?
50, I think it was.
So you can travel 500 feet per minute. What's that?
100 feet per minute.
let me Google 500 feet per minute in miles per hour. So you can fly at 5.5 miles an hour. So I'd say with multiple breaks to, rest, you could probably go about 40 miles outside of town in a day.
Okay.
Which I'd say you could get to that forest if you wanted. you could definitely get to the statue up here. Because again, like these things, like not every distance is like perfect in this map.
Oh, okay, well that's gonna
It's just-
change.
It's general, things. You could get to if you're looking for landmarks, you could definitely get to the statue. You could get to the tree line of this forest.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do then is the store I bought the chest with. I want to throw. I asked the store owner if he could send a message to the inn to
Okay.
Reshi,
Uh-huh.
letting her know I took the book just to save Tales, and I will be back in 2 to 3 days. And I'll come back to the inn.
Oh, okay.
And it just kind of, sorry if it caused, any worries, but I just wanted to get it away from him as fast as we could. And then, so I'll go a couple days, like maybe a day and a half of flight out somewhere, stash it in, I'm not just going to set it on a rock. I'm going to either kind of hide it, bury it, cover it with a bunch of rocks, or, it's just not going to be a chest sitting out in the open.
Okay. Feel free. It's probably not going to come into play like this session. So once you have a solid idea of where you're going to hide it, like what you're going to do with it, just shoot me a message in Discord so that I can know for the future. Because, that book is magical and it has weird fucking properties to it. And, I'd like to know where it is.
No problem. I'll let you know.
But yeah, so Reshi, what are you doing in the morning? We've got our big Goliath boy trying to, figure out travel plans to this ziggurat, and kobolds are exercising, and I'm assuming bards are laughing at fat kobolds exercising.
So I'm just going to, since I've kind of noticed something new about Quothe, I'm going to ask him, what's changed, what happened to his arm. There was that big wave of evil. Did that have something to do with it?
I'm going to give a grunt and a shoulder shrug.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, so that's good information. Did I already receive the note from the messenger?
Well, that's why I was trying to figure out like where you would be throughout the day.
I'm just staying at the inn, I guess, because I'm kind of waiting for Ajahar to get back. I feel like I would be doing that.
Fair enough. Well then, yeah. Grouch Couch, welcome in. Thank you for the resubscribe. 4 months. Thank you very much. So yeah, you're hanging out at the tavern, kind of waiting for Ashahar to get back. Eventually, you find Chad. Thanks, buddy. You don't have to do that, man.
It's actually the Grouch.
You're
Couch
on the
gifted
show.
that.
Oh shit! I thought it was. So I'm looking at the monitor and just the alert that came up and it said Chad subscribe.
Get the train rolling.
Yeah, we're only one gift sub away from a hype train, fellas.
Okay.
Don't, dear God, don't. Save your money. Subscribe to my Patreon. So you're. God damn.
It's on like that.
Hey, that's coming next year, buddy. Listen, if we get desperate enough,
Bottle of Fireball and something else.
Get the butt funnel ready.
just subscribe. Thank you.
Oh, he's good.
And
Oh,
there's the hype train.
Oh man.
Do you like the hype train emotes? They sell out on them. Thank you, everybody, for all your generosity. Spooky Sprinkles, thank you for the 100 biddies. Massacred Muse, thank you. Or Chad, thank you for gifting to Massacred Muse. So yeah, trying to get back to the story here. Reshi, you're hanging out in the tavern, kind of like watching all this shit going on. Chad's kind of Quothe, sorry, is out there kind of like starting to put some feelers out. But you're talking to him in the morning about his arm. He kind of just grunts and shrugs it off, and you don't press the subject. And it's probably about 10:30 or so in the morning. Because they travel from the other side of town to get to you. It was probably like 10:30 in the morning or something when this young elf, I'm gonna say young, he's probably like 65 maybe. Can't really tell. They all look like they're in their 20s, right? But he's young for an elf, still kind of in that teenage mindset. He's got on like really tight leggings that are like bright blue and yellow striped, and he's got those like big, puffy medieval like short pants on, like they're like Daisy Dukes but like really puffy, and then he's got just a ridiculously tight vest on and a little cap with a feather in it. And he comes in, he's got like a little messenger bag, and he pulls out a letter, and he says, I'm looking for a Reshi. Is there a Reshi staying here? Or I have a letter.
Hey, it's all right. Calm down. What you need?
Here's I was sent over here with this letter for you. And he hands you a letter. And then
Where did it come from?
He says, I don't know, just some shop owner said that some gold thing gave it. Listen, lady, it's not my job to know where these letters come from. I just deliver them. If you read the letter, I'm sure it'll tell you who it's from. I mean, that's usually how letters work. They say, dear person, and then salutations, other person. He's like, I'm real busy. I'm going to go do the rest of my job now. And he leaves.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to open it and read what Oscar has to say, and then kind of find everybody and let them know that he's going to be back in a couple of days.
He pokes his head back in the door. He's like, also, it's a federal crime to read somebody else's mail. All right, bye. I'm out of this scene now.
I was going to toss him a coin, but I kind of just wanted to smack him.
I've got a question for Jeannie. Does the ghost of Luke get really pissed off at this messenger? Like, that bastard stole my voice.
I don't see Luke around at the moment. So there's no he might actually be possessing this. I don't know. I don't see him around at the moment, but I'm sure he would probably have something snotty to say.
At which point you just get covered in ectoplasm.
There you go.
And you just see you heard like a kind of sound, and then you get covered in ectoplasm like on one side of your face, and you like look over, and Luke's just there with his finger pressed against one of his nostrils. It's like he just snot rocketed all over your face. But no one else can see that because ectoplasm's invisible. But you feel it. And but yeah, Reshi. The letter is from Azahar, explaining to you that he took the book as, he felt it was clearly doing something detrimental to Tales' mind. He doesn't tell you, like, where or anything, but he does inform you of his plans to secret it away somewhere that hopefully no one will find it, and that he'll be back in a few days' time.
Okay, so I'm going to let everybody in the group know that he's going to be back, and we can continue preparations for leaving, but then we need to wait for him.
Hey, I got a little hype shield. This little Viking guy with a shield. How fitting for our RPG adventures. That's fun.
Woo.
They're little RPG emotes. That's cute.
Was that the current hype? Oh man.
Yeah, the current hype trains.
Damn you, Twitch! I fucking hate you because I'm very anti all that shit right now, but those are fucking adorable.
Right?
You have a hype shield. Block the hype.
Oh man,
Yeah.
hate you, Twitch. While this is going down, I decide to pull out my my deck of cards and kind of flip through them a little bit,
Okay. Yeah.
and I get a vision.
What is
I
your
got a
vision
vision.
of
I got a vision.
you?
Something tells me
A 4.
I should maybe tell a story.
So a 4 says, so who
Store
are
of
you-
Ajahar.
Who are you telling? It says a runaway. But who are you telling the story to convey these bonuses to it? But it says here you tell the story of tell the tale of an adventure that could escape any confinement.
I can sit on this though, can't I? Do I have to immediately use it?
I think you should
do
save 4
believe-
for Taco Tuesday.
I do believe you are telling the story to a person for an immediate benefit. I'll check your character.
I think I can sit on it.
Well, while I figure this out, you tell me what you're doing.
I'm having these weird visions. Oh man. There's a story about what his name's coming to be Insane Bolt. Insane Bolt. And he was so fast. He was so fast. And he used to tease all the other children at school because he would race them for money. And he would beat them easily. And then one day, he hustled the wrong group of people. And they tried to beat the shit out of him. And he had to leave town. And he's been on the run ever since. That's all I got right now.
This is really good.
Wonderful story.
They can't all be poop and dick and fart jokes or someone comes on something. I can't do that every single story.
Yeah, but I love the story of Insane Bolt.
Insane Bolt. Look, these are reoccurring characters. You'll hear from Insane Bolt again, especially since I really like this this particular.
Let's see here. Tales from beyond. Reach out with spirit tellers' tales through you while holding your spiritual focus. You use a bonus action to expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration and roll on the spirit tales table. Using your bardic inspiration die to determine the tale told, you retain the tale in your mind until you bestow the tale's effect, or you finish a short or long rest.
Yeah, I can hold on to it.
Cool.
This is my pocket, baby boy.
So yeah, you regale the tavern of the story of Insane Bolt, and one of there's like a very out of place for this city down here in the south in the Elven lands, but there's like a chubby dwarf, sitting at the bar, and he's like talking through his breakfast of sausages and mashed potatoes and eggs. And he's just like, all right, I really wish I could run as fast as Insane Bolt, but my stubby little legs won't let me. And then he turns to Tail and is like, hey, you know what I mean, little lad, don't you? We're just too fat to be able to run around. And then he like downs an entire sausage with like a whole like spoonful of mashed potatoes, and then drinks some gravy. to wash it down.
Tail is going to be immediately shamed and just go out into the back and start going after his terrible martial arts dummy.
You just see his eyes winding, and he just walks off.
It's funny because to get to the back, you have to go through the kitchen, and the dwarf's just like, "Hey, like, get me some Sukins, what are in there?"
Joke's on you. Tail constantly smells of sweat from working out, like nearly all day.
I want to make it canon that because all you eat is pasta, you just smell like
Does
a
he still have
pasta
that magic
dish.
pasta?
Yeah, he also has to
Oh,
eat 6.
man.
The whole losing weight thing is gonna be so hard for him because he also has to eat 6 times more than he normally would. That was another part of the curse of this book. It was like, not only did he gain weight, and those are separate things. Okay, so like for those of you who don't know, just a little, behind the screen talk real quick. In 5th edition, artifacts in 5th edition, there's like these 4 roll tables, D100 tables that you roll on when you're putting the artifact into your game. And part of the detriments on there, 2 separate items. One is you gain weight, and a different one is that you have to eat 6 times the amount of food that you would normally eat in a day. Those are 2 separate things, and he got both of them, which is perfect. Not only is he fat, but he also has to eat more, which is gonna just make it way harder for him to lose weight. Like, because he's always constantly eating. But he
Little
has
buddy, we
the
can do
pasta.
this.
He has the pasta book, so he's just bringing that up, it makes me think that he's out there. He's like punching this thing, but knowing he has to eat. And so there's like floating raviolis next to him. He's like, bite of ravioli, a couple punches on his punching dummy, bite of ravioli, punches, tears start rolling down his face, bite
Hey,
of
look.
ravioli.
The thing is those really like really big like power lifter dudes, they eat like 10,000 calories a day. So you can do it, buddy. We just gotta get you lifting those heavy weights.
He's
I
gotta
would
be
like
eating
to
the
point
right
out,
stuff, dude. I don't think they eat just pasta.
Well, I mean, they eat,
all of
the-
those modifications, other than the disfigurement, the second set of horns and the color change, are caused by wall attuned to the artifact. So
Really?
yeah, specifically wall attuned to the artifact.
Well, I don't like that. So you're telling me I went through all that work to draw a new art?
Better keep us away from that book, or actually keep us in contact with that book.
I tried to warn you, man. It's well attuned. It's there in clear writing. It's been there since Dungeon Master's Guide came out.
Well, alrighty. I mean,
well,
I still
suddenly Joe shows back up with the book. He just hands it to
I'm not saying it's going to be easy for this kobold to lose weight. Like, it's definitely going to take this whole season for him to lose any appreciable amount of weight.
Listen, recoloring a thing isn't all.
I'm pretty sure the horns and the color is permanent. I don't have any way to undo them. I don't even think greater restoration will do fuck all to it. Anyway, back on track to
We'll
me.
look into that.
Me eating my ravioli and punching this dummy.
In before I just create a crazy wizard that curses you to look this way for the rest of your life. That I never have to redraw your artwork.
That's how you get a suicidal kobold.
I could just cast the 3rd level spell remove curse, but I'm gonna remove all the curse. Anywho, Reshi, you have this letter. Azrahar's gonna be back in a couple of days. Did you guys roll to see if you find any leads? They rolled
I got
a
a
3 in
14.
persuasion, and you rolled a 14 in investigation. Luckily enough, your rolls aren't that good to find anybody leaving immediately. So you do have about a week or so here in town before this caravan is going to set off to Asari to travel north towards... this caravan is merchants and things like that that are going to be traveling across land up to a... let's see here. I know there are a few names in our queue, so let me go to the channel point rewards real quick and see if there's anything remotely appropriate, which I'm guessing there isn't, but...
I was about to say, I'm probably not going to find anything.
You know, because we still haven't named the town at the north east corner of this map. Review requests queue. So let's see. Armory Throne is a name for a location. That's borderline okay for a town. Bathroom, living room, red room. Cascadia Studios Creepy Garage full of Spider Bros was another location that we can name. Mom's Dildo Cellar was a location that came up.
That's the one right there.
I will say, Cascadia Studios, that one, that is definitely a tavern.
As it's
It has to be.
Cascadia's Creepy Garage full of Spider Bros. True. Cascadia's
Can we go
Kitchen
to
of
the
Pain
can we
and
go to
Quiche.
the
That sounds more
dildo
like
shop?
the tavern.
Can we go to the dildo shop?
Sure.
It's just called Ye
Yes.
Old Dildo.
I'm
Ye olde
literally just
dildo.
gonna open the door and just use my wand of grease,
Spicy.
cover the place, and then just leave. Just because I think it's funny.
So yes, there is hold on, let's mark that off. Mark is complete. Mom's Dildo Cellar is a sex
Nice.
toy shop here in Renea Salinar. That's canon now. That is officially... Thank you to Awesome Age for the name Mom's Dildo Cellar.
I'm not.
Definitely an
I'm
aging.
not surprised at all when you said that.
Go to adamandeve.com/Mom's Dildos.
Save,
Not sponsored.
Save 15% on your next order.
Shit, but if Adam and Eve came on here and was like, "Hey, we'd like to sponsor you," boy, I sell out so fucking quick.
Dude, me too. So yeah, you go to Mom's Dildo Cellar, cover the place in grease. Nobody seems to mind or even notice, as that place is already pretty greasy.
That's okay.
It's a very, they have a hands-on kind of, test their product kind of
Good
approach
night.
to this.
Hands-on approach, huh?
Yeah, the place is. This is you actually Mom's Dildo Shop is Mom's Dildo Cellar. Sorry, is actually a basement warehouse depot underneath the factory that makes the lube of infinite lubrication.
Nice. Well, I'm just bringing a little bit of it back to that.
Sexual Voltron has been here before.
He was born here.
A part of him never really left.
It's still on the walls.
And maybe in some of the jars and some on the floor.
Has his own bumper
Again,
sticker for sale.
Maybe in a
no.
cash register.
It's just full of awesome things and awesome people.
This has gotten so out of control.
It
I'm
has.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're traveling north along this road past the ziggurat and up to this town up here in the north, which we're gonna call the city of Armory. And yeah, but they're not gonna the merchants that are, the ones that are like leaving immediately, like they already have like adventurers and stuff that are, like taking them different places. Also, some of the ones that are leaving like immediately are heading west to, you know, the capital city. They're not heading north. So you guys have about a week in town. That leaves Azahar enough time to get back. You guys can get your supplies and stuff. You will be heading back through Asari. Layla Kelwan, Tactical Weasel's character from season 1, is gonna stay in Reneus. She's still overseeing, you know, like the new properties and stuff like that. She actually comes to you guys before you leave town, and it hands you all some communication crystals. That way, like, you know, she says like, hey, you know, now that we're, you know, expanding to different towns and stuff, like, and the operation's getting a lot bigger than, you know, just one guild hall in a small little town. It's like probably a good idea to, like, for us to all be able to, like, you know, stay in touch while, like, you know, the leaders of our guild are off adventuring and stuff. So she hands you guys a couple of crystals that you guys can all have, and then asks Reshi specifically, because she knows Reshi's the responsible one. Layla says, hey, can you take this extra crystal over to Sift at the guild hall when you guys are heading through Asari before going out on this adventure?
Yes, I will do that.
Also, before Ajar returned to the inn, on my way back, I stop at a couple bookstores or magic shops to find some novels to buy, some books to buy.
Okay.
And you know, maybe one that's in the, you know, where, I don't know, he can like his book of pasta, but it's like a book of, I don't know, steak or something. I don't know, some goofy little goofy thing, something fun, and then a bunch of books, and then at some point,
Season
Are
3,
you trying to-
Fahrenheit 451.
he meets up with Tail maybe when he's working out or something, and it basically gives him as a gift to him, saying, you know, sorry for the bump on the head, and, you know, the Vilmar, you know, told me how much he cared for you and stuff like that, so I had to get rid of this thing.
Can you roll, Jobis? Can you roll let's say 3 D100s?
Oh gosh.
Those 3 separate D100s.
Yeah.
Are you trying to bribe the kobold? Is that what you're doing right now?
27, 94, and 8.
Maybe.
So you find a really old book. The title is sort of illegible, but you can make out. It says The Fall of the Empire, but the name of the empire is sort of faded and scratched off the cover of the book. Flipping through the pages before you buy it, it had it's mostly about the conquest of Firon and I don't want to say the complete destruction, but the decimation of the Minotaur like culture as humans and elves and dwarves and all of those kinds of races like expanded across this continent. You also have, let's see, what's 80 on this list? You have a book called the Travel of the Twins. It's a rough translation. It's a book in Elvish about astronomy and talking about the twin sons Bathos and Sol, and like it's, you know, just about astronomy and all that kind of stuff. And then the last book you find is called The Warriors of the Plains, another history of the Minotaurs, but this one focusing mostly on their warriors and like not just like their combat tactics and military, but like also the sort of like ceremonial and religious aspect that combat and warriors have within their culture. So I'll write those down.
I got you. Already did it.
Oh, there you go. All right. So yeah, you find those 3 books that are, they're like nice and relatively rare. But they're also modestly priced.
What's the damage?
Probably just like, I don't know, all told like 75 gold. Like,
Spent a lot of money on this little cobalt.
You guys have a lot of money.
But
But I mean, we just go spinning it all over the place.
Like, if you guys don't have money, I'd be concerned because I've got almost $2,000 as the wizard.
I'll just let you know, Genie Bruh, that the holdings from the mob boss that you guys murdered was just under 60,000 gold. So if you're worried about someone spending 75 gold on a couple of books,
look, I care about what I care about. All right.
all I'm saying is 75 versus 60,000 ain't all that much.
Yeah.
I need to also start writing that down because I've not written down money that I've earned.
So basically, I give him the books and just kind of apologize for the few nights ago bumping him in the head, and ask for forgiveness or whatever. Just to balance things out because he doesn't want any bad blood.
Taylor will respond. Hold on, I have to look at your name because I don't want to screw it up. I still haven't gotten it down into my head.
Ajahar.
Mr. Ajahar, I know why you did it, but I want that book. I don't expect you to know why, but people shouldn't have that book, so it needs to be locked away safe in the library.
My fear is you'd be too tempted. At the moment, only I know where it is, and it's hidden pretty well.
I don't expect you to give it to me anytime soon. I need that book because people shouldn't have that book.
I understand. But when Vilmar talked about you, he described you as innocent, and I don't think he would be happy with you having that book at the moment either.
To be fair, I didn't know that the book would do this, and he's just gesturing to his whole person.
I understand, my friends, but we have to be more careful. There's things in this world that will change you without you even knowing it. That you have to be careful when messing with magic. You should know that, being a wizard. A lizard wizard.
I am not a wizard. I am a bookworm. Thank you very much. But yeah, to make things quick and easy, Tail isn't mad at you, but he does want the book. And honestly, it's not because he wants to use the book. It's because he doesn't want people to have that book.
Got you.
If we brought the book around Quothe, table talk again, could we keep it from him? Like, is there a way to keep it hidden from him? Because we saw him being aggressive about it. Now, we don't know his intentions, obviously. There's something off about him.
I'd be wary of it being around.
Well,
little
if
more-
my
or
strength
I mean,
suddenly went to
okay.
20 and I accidentally crushed my junk, I'd be a little bit off too.
That's what I think. He's already going down a dark path, and him having the book probably would send him down even a darker path. I would imagine. So he might start yanking other people's junks off.
Oh.
I'm writing this down.
Great. Great. I'm waiting for like
Keep
season
track
8,
of all this.
right? Season 8 where Quothe is about to get laid and he drops his drawers and everyone's like, "What the fuck happened here?" And it's just mangled.
I mean, that's the price you pay for having a really strong hand. So I'm trying to find where it says specifically about the things that revert when you're unattuned to the item. But I don't see anything in the book's description about that stuff.
It's not in the book's description, it's in the artifact description for the role properties.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Jeff's like, I really don't want to redraw this.
No, I just want to know
No.
what changes and what doesn't change.
Yeah.
That's all. Because it's been
the
more than
special
24
things-
hours with him being more than 100 feet away from the book, so he's not attuned to it anymore.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't need to eat 6 times as much, and technically I would not have the increased weight. However, the way I see it is you don't just immediately put on weight and then immediately lose weight. You got to take some time and lose that weight if you want to.
I like the idea of us messing with that a little bit so Jeff isn't drawing another fucking.
I mean,
No,
I still have the old line art from the pic. Like, I can. It's not that.
That's not the.
difficult.
That's not the point, though. The point is
No,
you shouldn't have to
I-
do it.
I like the new art. Let's roll with it. I'm just pointing out that the effects of like having to eat all the time and having that weight it would go away over time because I am not attuned to the artifact.
Maybe Tail just likes his new punk rock aesthetic, and maybe he'll lose the weight, but he'll keep all the rest of the stuff. Who
Spoiler alert.
knows? Tune in
Bro, you
next
can-
time.
You can do it with me. You can, dude. We can be.
I will
What are we
tell you
talking about
guys,
now?
Tail is gonna go full on Hellboy, and those back horns, he's filing them.
You're just gonna cut your horns off.
I'm down for that.
All right, so you guys regroup. Azahar makes his peace offering and explanations. Cascadia, I think we can all relate to wanting to eat 3 pints of Ben and Jerry's. I know I do. Gave me some Americone Dream up in this piece. Oh man, I'd eat an entire gallon of that stuff. Screw Jimmy Fallon's ice cream. Stephen Colbert knew how to make an ice cream.
The dream one's the best one.
Yeah,
Haven't had that
Americone Dream.
Period.
So
Period.
good. It's my favorite
Yeah,
ice cream.
yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, the dream one's the best one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've never eaten it before. I have never eaten 99% of Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
It's chock full of shit. There's
Well,
just
yeah,
there's
'cause-
just there's like 1,000 fucking things in it.
All you eat is vanilla. Like, get out of here with that noise.
Here's the thing. I eat all kinds of different stuff. My personal favorite is vanilla because it's a simple, clean flavor I know I'm going to enjoy.
Yep. I'm a vanilla person.
Like, I love mint chocolate chip. I love all kinds of random whatever combinations you can get at Baskin Robbins or whatever ice cream place of your choice. I just personally have a favorite of vanilla because it's always tasting the same and always enjoyable.
It's fair. I just like stuff in stuff, so I like ice creams that have like.
Yeah,
a lot of crazy
I like
shit.
ice cream with stuff in it.
Yeah.
My favorite is Bluebell banana pudding.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Also, just banana. Anyway, banana pudding is
Sorry,
what
we've gotten way off the tracks
Yeah,
here.
no. I saw a thing about ice cream, and I haven't had ice cream in a long time. It's also winter, and I'm cold, so I don't really want ice cream. But
It's the best time to eat ice
I
cream.
could really go for some fucking Americone drink. Stuff's delicious. Anyway,
Stand outside baking in the
Ben
snow.
and
she'll like-
Jerry's. I know I'm trying to lose weight, but please sponsor me and give me all your ice cream. So you guys
Do this for me, please.
let's you know what, let's go take a break for real quick. It seems like we're at a good spot to take a quick break as you guys think about like what sort of stuff you're gonna need to travel. I know I have a Google Doc somewhere with prices over land to Ravensblood Hollow from Asari. So I know we can adjust prices on that. I guess the only question I have for you is, in your dealings, when you made this deal, are you guys just gonna I should ask, did you guys try and make the deal to only escort them as far as the ziggurat and then just let them make the rest of their journey to the town of Armory? Or did you guys, in order to get the job, say that you would take them all the way to Armory? And
I would feel like. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and if so, do you plan on taking them all the way to Armory and doubling back, or are you just gonna fuck off and just be like disappear in the middle of the night?
I feel like
I'm,
them if it was okay.
I
if we
mean,
could,
I'm okay with taking them all the way. I'm not. I mean,
Okay.
we'll get into some shit. That'll probably be fun, right?
yeah, sure.
I mean, that also gives us an opportunity to refresh our supplies at the nearest place and then go to the so.
That's
Yeah.
true. I mean,
I'm willing to go on a little adventure. It's been a while since we've done anything grandiose.
Our teammates, yeah.
I would also like to.
The trip from Armory to the Ziggurat is half as long as it is from Asari to the Ziggurat, so you do have that going for you.
I would like to get my prototype carriage while we're passing through, and then I'll just summon Phantom Steed to pull it because it doesn't have an engine.
Hell yeah. Maybe one day it will have an engine. But
We'll get
we're
there.
gonna take a quick break right now and work out some money stuff off camera, and then we'll be right back.
Yay.
So we're back from break. Welcome back, everybody. So you guys are traveling towards the Ziggurat up north now.
We totally took care of all the money stuff off camera.
Yeah, we totally did. Don't worry about it. You have enough money
Weren't
to cover
talking
this.
about my taint being really
Oh my gosh. That was the word.
That was the word.
That's a word that was.
I mean, I used Gooch, but he chose Tank.
Yeah.
just
Actually, I
went
think I
with-
like Gooch better.
You know, I was raised by a doctor. I call it the perineum. That's what it is called. I do vaguely remember the cost. I'm sorry, I was making a map. I do vaguely remember the cost. It was like less than 20 grand to get to from Asari to Ravensblood. So it'll probably
20,000 gold.
Well, yeah, because
That's
you have to. Well, that was like when you guys were hiring, like, people to take you there and stuff like that, and like it was, like you had to hire, like, so those were
Guys,
prices
I'm pretty sure
for,
the
like, being
DM
hired and
just
stuff.
us on the.
Listen.
prices.
As I was saying, that was like when you guys were gonna hire people to like, and you had to buy, you know, when you're hiring a wagon train, right? Like you just got hired by a wagon train, so it's not gonna cost you guys that much money, but you still have to buy supplies and shit.
Yeah,
Like
but
water
we have a
and, you know,
carriage.
all that
We
kind of
have
stuff.
infinite pasta. We don't need supplies.
But you need water.
We need water. We
like,
absolutely need water.
Look, the
Alcohol,
moisture from the
probably.
tomato sauce is all the sustenance we need.
Oh yeah, the
God.
pesto. Some good old pesto will keep you going for another week.
Yeah.
Oh man. Because you don't have your paladin anymore to cast like purify water, so you like gonna have to find potable water and stuff.
You don't have to purify pasta sauce. You could drink it.
We all just
That's gonna really help with his weight issue.
Look,
I
I didn't
can't
say
take
I
the
didn't say it
image
was
of
healthy. I
Rowan.
just said it would work.
I'm just seeing Rowan off in a corner, just double fisting pasta sauces.
So yeah, you're probably gonna spend like, I don't know, probably upwards of 1,000 gold for this nearly 1,000-mile journey. For like the bare essentials that you actually need. Make sure that you guys are stocked up on things like tents, and you have like barrels of water. You have a cart. You can summon a horse to like pull it and stuff like that, so you're not too worried about that kind of stuff. But you guys are traveling here, from the town of Asari, and heading up the road here. You say your goodbyes and all that. Make sure that Vilmar is, chained securely inside the vault, this time before leaving.
We just give him a wave. How's it going? And he just kind of shakes the shackles. Pretty good.
Yeah. You give Reshi gives the crystal over to Sift so that the guild can all remain in contact if they need to be in contact with each other. Hopefully, knock wood, everything goes perfectly fine for the people back in town. Just you got a cursed and corrupted paladin who's, on the verge of madness. Nothing's gonna go wrong there. So you guys start traveling, and for a few days, everything goes pretty good. There are everything from like, old wizened human, like wizard like people, not like high level or anything, just like, old wizards who are like maybe first level wizards or something, traveling mostly as merchants and like peddlers of magic goods. There's, like spice traders and like, leather traders, like mostly merchants and stuff. There's a handful of other just like, common guard, groups, but you guys are like clearly the more powerful by far at this point. I mean, you're what, level 8 now? Like, you're like clearly like a cut above the rest of the protection of this group. But nonetheless, most of this group is, common folk. There's even a few families traveling with you, moving from, one city up to the next for new opportunities and all that kind of good stuff. One night, while you're camping, there's a young, like an actually, like even by human standards, a young, like elven child with their family, who's like, throughout this journey they've been they're taken out of their comfort zone, like they're from Reneus Alinar, they're from a city. This is the first time that this kid, who's like probably 7-8 years old, that they've ever been out of a city, like out in the wilds. And like, you guys are traveling through the swamps at nighttime right now, right? Like there's frogs croaking and like sturges all over the place that drain small creatures of their blood. There's, all these like, to you, minor nuisances, but to a child, like this shit is fucking scary, right? You haven't even seen like a goblin yet. You've seen signs of goblins, but like, this shit's pretty scary. And the whole time, like in this one particular night, this kid's just super stressed out. They're like on the verge of just like, breaking down with like paranoia and fear. And you overhear the parents kind of calming their child by saying, how the elves are connected to nature. There's no reason to be afraid. Their Fey ancestry and all this is like, connects them to the world and all this stuff. So there's like no reason to like fear the natural world. And you even know that, like, with the elves and their like presence in this area, the longer that elves are around, the more connected to the Feywild that this part of the world becomes. And they're kind of like telling their kid that, they're calm for a while. Eventually you guys go to sleep, but are awoken in the night by the screaming of this child. I don't know if anybody wants to like investigate, but this kid's like full on panic attack. Screaming out they like saw something in the dark, and they're like all like just freaked out.
I will go investigate, but I am going to specifically bring a copy of Blifford, the small blue dog, to give to the
Just an impossibly small dog that hides out in your shirt pocket.
Yes.
Sort of magic. 8 and a 7 for the investigations.
Oh, I got to roll for that. All right, hold on. I'm good at that. That's one of the few things that I'm actually good at.
Did I miss why that little kid is out at night with his parents in the middle of this shady ass place? Yeah, they're traveling from one town to the next. So if we see here on the map, massacre, like down here is the town of Asari. They're traveling all the way up to this castle up here in the north, which is the town of Anchor, or sorry, the town of Armory. So right now they're probably about somewhere around here. But yeah, the family, like, they're part of this wagon train that's moving north along the coast here. There's like, they're not just alone. They're not alone. They're like, there's like a dozen or so wagons and multiple merchants and stuff. It's just like this one young elven family with the group that's been having some issues with their kid. Because they, this kid's like, this is the first time the kid's like been out in the wilderness like this. Yeah, they were part of the wagon train that our heroes are partially in charge of protecting. With your investigations, you guys kind of figure like, I mean, yeah, it's like creepy and stuff. Like we'll, maybe have like some more of like the NPC guards or something kind of like keep watch at night just in case there was like a goblin or something. But like your cursory investigation of the surrounding area, like you don't really see anything like that's out of the ordinary. Unfortunately, with those rolls, as you guys are heading back into camp proper, you start hearing just like an unearthly moaning noise. Not like a creature moaning, but like, have you ever been out underneath the no, definitely not. No.
Oh, they
not at
knock it
all.
off.
Not
sure?
No. I'm 100% sure. Have you ever
Well,
been
with the
out
little hand?
underneath those giant metal towers with like the long distance power lines? Those really, really huge ones. Like the creaking and the moaning of the metal that those towers make, if you've ever like been there, like when it's a windy day. It's very clearly not the sound that like a creature makes. It's like the earth itself is creaking, and you start to feel a rumbling underneath your feet. And as you get back into camp, all of you guys start seeing the flicker of sort of shadowy, like sort of humanoid kind of looking creatures just in the shadows on the outskirts of your vision. like when you look to see like what it is, like you don't see anything. And the ground starts shaking more and more as like one by one, like carts start getting swallowed up into the earth. And I would like everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw as the
Easy.
entire campsite is swallowed into what, as far as you can tell, is a spontaneously forming series of caverns and tunnels that are just swallowing your camp. Everybody and
already
all
hit
the
it
carts
hard.
within it.
My dexterity is so bad.
Mine's so good. That's why I'm confused. I rolled so bad.
You rolled a 2, and you
Got the.
have a +7. Like,
Yeah,
Great.
I was about to say you rolled really, really, really bad. So the fact you have a 9 is a testament to how high your
That's true.
I rolled a 10. That's pretty good for me.
So I'm gonna pull you guys over to this map now. You've been sort of separated from the rest of the crew and the people, as you guys all fall into this open spot on the map here. You can go ahead and place your characters on the map for me. You all fall into this like watery part. I'm gonna say, Quothe, with your 7, you fall on one of those downed logs, like just directly on one of those logs. If anybody knows who Cardboard Cowboy is, like you just fall like Cardboard Cowboy, just like broken spine, just right on one of them logs.
You will not let me drag it.
Someone can
hold your
clip that and
name.
send that
I
to
figured it out.
CBC and let him know that he's like canonical in the Osrynn Tales now.
Does my IBS push me off the log on impact?
Wait, I did dexterity and not saving. Is that okay?
Do you have proficiency in dexterity saving throws? You have the little box check next to dexterity in the saving throws window.
Yeah. Yes.
I would like
just
to
add your proficiency to it. You're only going to be better at it.
I mean,
Quothe,
well,
your
unless I
IBS
just roll terribly.
Well, I was
You
gonna say I
probably-
gotta take that 19, and then it's just plus 3 on top of that 19. It's 20.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Unless you want to take the 10.
No, we're not taking the really terrible roll. I'm just
Unless you want to.
I'm just letting you know. But if the DM allows it, then that's where we're going.
Never asked for a reroll. Yeah, I mean, you know. So you just like pull your character on the map. As Shahar, you know,
It's not letting
you're
me.
drag your name of your character, not the picture, onto the map. From the list. It should work, hopefully.
Ooh, what?
It's not working. There we go. There we go.
Aha. So yeah, Rowan, you're lucky enough that you kind of like surf on like a big thing of like shale, you know, like a big flat rock. You kind of like you just happen to be
That's what I do.
standing like right above it, you know, and you just your foot kind of catches it, and you're like, oh god, whoa, as you like slide into the cavern. Azshahar, you got wings, so obviously you just kind of like flutter down. Like you start to fall, but like, you know, you like recover and kind of glide into safety. Everybody else is gonna take
Can I slow fall or no?
that roll. Oh, why did that G? Can you? Yes, you can use your monk's slow fall. So you are reduced amount equal to the. Yeah, you're fine. You use your slow fall. You're fine. Tail and Tail and Quothe, you both take 2 bludgeoning damage as you fall into this cave.
Is there water here in this spot?
There is water
that-
there. Yes.
Yeah, I just like literally backflop into the water.
Yeah. Yep. Your back stings even through the coat.
It's okay. I needed a shower anyway. I smelled like sweat.
Be afraid about what's in the water.
Yes, I just start getting bit.
Let me see here.
Oh, damn it. Oh, well. I could have used Feather Fall. I forgot I have that spell.
Is Feather
only
Fall?
2 damage.
That's a reaction, right?
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you still cast it though, right?
I didn't think about it in the time. It's fine. 2 damage probably won't kill me. The 40-ish that's coming after will.
All right, cool. So you guys kind of regroup. You can look around. You're in a darkened cave. The ceiling above you, as you're kind of standing up, you can see is like kind of quickly forming back into like the ceiling of a cavern. I'm gonna make you roll for this, because it's very obviously this is magical shit that's going on. This is not natural. Like you can even tell, like even to the untrained eye, like this does not seem like a weather-worn cavern. Okay, like there's like water and stuff spilling in from, you know, the fact that there's like a swamp on the surface. But this does not seem like a weather-worn cavern. This seems like to have just been ripped open into the earth, like in the moments that the earthquake happened. And it does not seem like a natural occurrence. It's not even a natural earthquake as far as you're aware. You guys start as you're kind of gaining your bearings. I do believe that Reshi and Quothe do not have dark vision. Is that correct?
I don't.
Russian ship vision.
I think I do.
I think.
Sure, Dragonborn Sue.
I don't think Dragonborns have dark vision.
Maybe I don't.
No, they.
I'm almost positive. Proficiency.
Sorry, should know that.
No, it doesn't look like you have dark.
It's okay.
It would be under your like where martial
it,
arts
though?
and dragon
Is it okay?
resistance and all that stuff. It doesn't look like you have that.
Mm-mm.
And I think because we're using Dragonborn as the basis for the half dragon, I think that means that you also don't have dark vision, right? Azrahar?
It showed in when I created him in D&D Beyond, it gave dark vision. For
Well, it ain't
Well,
on your character sheet.
well,
I know Dragonborn in the player's handbook do not have dark vision. So unless there's like an errata for Dragonborn that I'm not aware of that gave
It's
them
okay.
dark vision.
I'm going to cast Dancing Lights, and I'm going to put 2 lights on Reshi's shoulders and 2 lights on Ajahar's shoulders. Because concentration cantrips.
Woo.
What's the light radius of that?
They're 10-foot dim from each orb.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at my little dude and I'm gonna point at him and I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire right in the
That's
middle.
That's not what that does. But
It's
good.
actually okay.
That's bad. But everybody make a spell save DC 15 for me. Dexterity save.
Jeez.
Uh,
I like where this is heading.
Spell save DC what?
Everybody,
Spell save. Do a
everybody
spell
make a
save,
dexterity save for me.
Okay.
That is a 20-foot, or I guess Reshi, you're
Fucking hell.
fine. But
The
yeah.
one person who rolls well.
Reshi's you're out of the limits. But if you're casting it on, if you're casting it on Tail, I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit the four of you.
I mean, I'm not casting him. Yeah, well, yeah, I was kind of casting
Put
that area.
Fairy Fire. You said at your little
I'm just
friend.
trying to help. All
and
right, I
Fairy
was trying to help.
fired
If there's
everybody.
something, if there's something
Got
weird
it,
around us, it's gonna show us.
So you all failed. There's nothing here. Rowan has successfully put Fairy Fire on all of his friends and himself, except for Reshi, who's lucky enough to have fallen far enough away. Anything that makes an attack against you guys has advantage against you now.
Holy sh-
It's a concentration, though. I could stop it.
You can stop it. Yes, you can.
Then I'm gonna stop it if I don't see anything.
All right. So Rowan wastes a spell slot.
That's fine. That's totally fine. You knucklehead. That's fine.
All right. I'm just
No.
saying, like.
It was a good shot in the dark, and there might be something here. Let me find out. So I'll give you
If there was
that.
something weird, I wanted to. Yeah, come on now.
I'm just saying there may be a better way to like try and find other creatures nearby.
With what I have at my disposal, that
fair,
was the.
all right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I cast
would-
cloud of daggers directly in the middle of the bog. Suddenly, everyone is dodging away from fucking daggers. Is that the better solution for me to rain hell upon everyone because I think there might be something in the water?
No, I mean if you want to, that's up to you, man.
No. By the way, Rowan looks over behind his back and he says, "Luke told me to do that." Shut up. Shut up. Luke told me to do that. Last time I listened to that nerd.
Everyone,
like-
prepare the cheese wheel.
Well, that's why.
Alrighty. Well, I would not like to be in the water anymore, so I'm gonna
So,
move to
yeah,
the
you
land.
Can get up, get out of there.
I know why I have my dark vision on my character sheet now. It's because I picked the sub race of Drakon blood, Dragonborn.
Gotcha. Yeah, see, that's not in the player's handbook, so I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've DM'd this game since the start. I do not keep up with the errata or anything like that. So
There's so much.
There's-
It's so
yeah, it's
hard
just-
to DM.
I'm ready for D&D 6th edition. It's just, let's start over. I'm like, there's too much
We're
to
just
keep up with.
all rolled into one.
Yeah, I picked that
Yeah.
sub race because that sub race gets the bonus to intelligence and dark vision and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
They are smart.
All right.
And they're described with long tails and stuff like that.
So you guys, as you're kind of like picking yourselves up and Rowan cast that spell, you all start to hear, but you can't pinpoint where it is. In fact, you almost know that you're not hearing it with your ears, but you're hearing it with your mind. You're just hearing like, I'm an idiot. It's a moron. To cast a spell on his friends. And like the fact that you can't figure
He
out
picked what I did out. Okay.
like seeing all this stuff, like you can't tell where it's coming from. It sounds like it's like originating in your mind. And that's just like very unsettling. I would like everybody to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Also, the spell that Sangredi, what did you cast? What does it do? Like you
Dancing
put-
lights. There's a orb on each of your shoulders that sheds dim light. I can get them to form into a different shape if I want to. All kinds of stuff, but it's just a light cantrip. That's all.
Okay, and then how many opals do I have? 11. I'll cast. I'm going to cast Daylight from my Helm of Brilliance, and touch the helm, and it's going to create daylight. Dispel daylight.
Damn.
I would.
60
Jeff,
foot radius of light spreads from the point of my choice, and it's bright light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet.
that's
Holy
awesome.
moly.
Jeff, can I move to the other side since we're not in combat?
Yeah, you move.
I just don't want to be alone on that side. I feel a little nervous about that.
Alright.
I feel
You
so
are the
exposed.
best dodger
It's
of our
scary.
entire group. You're like, I don't know. There's a little too much space around me. I should get closer to the team.
What do we have to let's save? A wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please.
Genie is not particularly wise today, nor is I.
Nor am I.
I really
Quote,
never am
however-
wise. I don't think wise is a great
I'm
way
just,
to like.
I'm just chilling, relaxing. I'm
explain
going to see how
me.
this works out.
Relaxing,
can
all
I
cool,
not-
and shooting some b-ball.
And I would also like to speak the words from the helm to add fire to my flail. 1d6 damage. To add more light too, because it does more light.
Why can I not see? Oh, there we go. All right. So this room fills with white, blinding bright light.
You all are blinded.
60 feet is huge. That's a giant area. Very large area.
It's a very high-level spell.
Well, that's true.
3rd level. Lasts for an hour.
Immediately upon casting this spell, you hear inside your minds, "Oh God, no! It's so eyeballs! Oh God, so bright! I hate it! Oh God!" See. You kind of hear, you don't really you can't really pinpoint where it's coming from. Like the caverns are like so echoey and stuff. But amidst sort of like some of the shouts, like, "Hey, where is everybody?" You know, kind of echoing around. You also kind of hear this like noise of like a kind of echoing throughout the. It almost sounds like the sound that happened when Tail like Misty stepped during that battle that you guys had when you just straight up murked that mob boss. So like you can't like pinpoint where it's coming from because you haven't like seen any of these like creatures or whatever, but that, you know, sort of on the peripheral of your vision that were on the surface. But you definitely think things are like teleporting around. You're not exactly sure where. What are you guys doing at this point in time?
I'm just waiting to see what pops out.
Like I said, I'll say the words from the helm to add more fire damage to the flail. And try to perceive if there's anything, if I can see anything, like moving around in the shadows.
All right, make a perception check for me.
Shit.
Also, because you. Uh, 16 perception. Just... That seems about right. Where's the fucking... Hold on a second. There we go. So you can sort of start to see the cave much brighter now. You can start to see down like hallways and whatnot as this is starting to... Although I guess technically you wouldn't be able to see that area.
Well, it's okay, because Tail wants to move that direction.
Well, okay then. You guys move up there. With the 16 perception, you guys can see trying like super hard to fucking stay out of the bright area. You see these like two like gross little things. Then let me see if I can do this. They're like weird bug creatures almost. I know that picture in the circle is like not too great. They kind of like got bug like faces. You see like the small like little arm here, like in the bottom right hand corner of the picture on screen. That's actually coming out of where their nipples would be if they were like mammals, like human creatures. Those are like coming right out of their chest. The little feeler things. They got these big arms with like crab claw pincers on them. They're kind of hunched over like Quasimodo and got like spiky like tufts coming off of them, off their back and on their forearms. And then they got like kind of skinny like bug like legs coming off the back of them. So these like weird like bug creatures.
We observe these things. I want to tap Tail on the shoulder and cast Guiding Whispers. It's a cantrip. Gives me its guidance, but I haven't added it to my thing. It doesn't look like. Yeah, I haven't added guidance to my thing.
Fair enough.
But you touch one
guidance
willing
is just, like, a
creature.
+4.
Huh?
I was gonna say guidance is like a plus D4 to.
Yeah, it's a plus
rolls.
D4 to whatever that person chooses.
I think it's just once because it's a cantrip. I think it's just once.
It is, yeah, it's once. And then I tap Rushy on the shoulder and cast Enhance Ability.
So I would have inflated the for what, Nixel?
For let's say Constitution.
Got you, boo.
So Nixel said, "Whoa, someone inflated the prices for the purchase."
So,
of this? If you're talking about the channel point rewards, I actually decreased the prices.
So Constitution, that also adds that Rushy, you get a 2d6 in temporary hit points. Do I roll that or does she?
Well, she would roll that D4 when she makes a Constitution check. Or
Well, no. The enhance ability.
Oh, sorry.
That's different from the guidance. Because I'm standing right next to both of them, so I just do these real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you go ahead and roll that 2d6. Sorry, I was reading what Nick said.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Or she takes 6 bonus HP.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah. That's it. I'm good. That's it.
So I really hate the way you describe these things, and I'm going to immediately cast Tasha's Caustic Brew. and create a 30-foot line of acid.
Fuck you, bug monsters.
Are we gonna
make
roll
note
for
that
initiative
I'm
on this?
actually, like, as he's doing it,
I mean, we're
behind
gonna
him.
roll for initiative now.
Okay.
I'm behind him going, fuck you, monsters!
I need a dexterity save.
All right.
You got a D4 that you can use for it if you want to.
Well, so this just creates it like they have to beat a DC 15 save or be covered in acid, which yeah, they do.
That was their initiative.
Oh. Well,
Their dexterity is an 18, so they pass. They roll an 18. Dexterity save. I'll ask the same question to you, Massacre. How much you got? Nixel offered 11k channel points to TPK, so I mean you gotta beat 11
to cancel out.
you better be able to beat 50k because I've got 50. So
I thought I had more than that. Oh, I remember I added like a legendary item last season.
Yeah, using them points.
I added a big boy item. I don't remember what it ended up being, but
Didn't you get that Liberace outfit?
I had almost 100k.
oh, was that it? Was the
And-
that outfit might have been it.
Yeah, I mean, if
Somewhere
you guys
along the
don't
line.
tell me specifically what you want when you like put in the treasure, then I just choose a treasure item of that rarity. So
Which
that
is
may
more
have
fun for
been-
me. I enjoy that more.
So Rishi Tilo, Ajahar, we're missing Rowan and Kvothe on the
Oh, I
Kvothe.
got, sorry, I forgot to roll for initiative.
I hit the wrong button.
But
gonna
the
roll so high.
it looks like the little guy that you targeted, Tail, jumps out of the way. Does he take half damage on that, or is it no damage?
I believe it's no damage.
Okay.
It's
So
okay.
yeah, he jumps out of the way. He streak a line of acid. Kind of sizzles on the ground. Gives off some like stanky fumes, but other than that, it's ineffective. Are you guys all on the turn order now? Do you not see
Oh,
you
there's
guys
not.
on the turn order? I don't see Rowan.
Well, I mean, I
or-
dragged myself to the map. I don't see why I didn't consider that clicking on my token.
Fuck it,
Gotta
I'll
have
just
the red, green, and blue boxes up.
Gotcha. I'll roll again.
turns.
Oh, want to send the result. Okay, all right.
You're at an 8, and Kotha, you rolled a 7.
I feel really bad for Jobis because not only did he roll like the worst initiative I've ever seen, he did it twice.
Oh yeah, you did. Look at that.
I don't know. For some reason, when my initiative rolls are always like, I always get the worst rolls when it comes to initiative. I don't understand why.
But like usual, I'm assuming Reshi's just gonna stand there and do nothing while she waits for everybody else to do something.
Ooh, no, I'm gonna do something.
Oh, you breaking the mold on me? Okay, I call ya. You break the. All right. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move up here real quick. Hold on. Right, quick. I think that'll work. Hold on.
As you
Okay,
move
that'll
this way, the echoing of people like shouting, like, "Oh, where is everybody? We gotta get out of these caves!" Starting to get a little louder. Maybe it's coming from down this hallway over this way. But yeah, you approach these things. You can sort of hear like. Okay, so for everybody who's ever watched the Pokemon cartoon, you know that sound that Krabby makes, that sort of like kind of like weird like squishy noise. That's the sound they're making, like physically. But in your head, they're like, "Holy shit! What the fuck is acid? Like, holy, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it's so bright. Like, I gotta get out of the light. Gotta get out of the light. Like, fuck."
Those are trolls because I know Jeff's troll voice.
Is that my troll voice?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to 20-foot cone style shoot out lightning.
I mean, they are
I
kind of
dig
trolls,
that
to
energy.
be fair. They are like, they're fey creatures that just sort of want to like fuck with people. So,
Is that
like,
too, am I too far?
Yeah, you're one step too short. If you want to move one more, yeah, now you'd be able to hit both of them.
Okay, I'm really good at measuring, obviously.
So what? So you're doing your like dragon, way of the ascendant dragon power. What element are you choosing? Because you can choose cold, fire, acid, lightning.
Lightning.
Cold, fire, acid, lightning. Poison's the other one. You're gonna go for lightning. All right. So they're gonna make 2 dexterity because it's lightning. 1 critically hits. The other one gets a 9. Is it half as much on a? I don't know if it's half as much on a save. God, the text is so small.
Half as
my
much
eyes are so
damage.
bad.
Half as much damage on a success.
Okay.
Yes, it's half damage if you successfully make the saving throw. So 1 takes full damage, 1 takes half.
And this is
That's the beauty of a good save spell.
2 rolls of your martial arts die, which at level 8 monk I think is still a d6, right? I think it's 2d6 on
Oh,
there.
D6. I'll put it up. Gosh, there's so much on there.
D6 and normal. This die changes as you gain monk levels, as shown on the martial arts column of the monk table. Yeah, it doesn't say in there. It's in the book, unfortunately. Roll 2d6 for right now as I look up the actual thing. That way, if it's correct, we can just move on.
It's 2 1d6.
But I
like
do
just
want to
hit
make sure. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's just 2d6. You just roll. It says your martial arts die. So roll another d6 then.
Well, I didn't do everything I wanted it to do, but at least it was something.
I will tell you, Tail is wide-eyed and impressed. I'm just saying, like, the pretty lady just breathed lightning. That was fucking cool, all right?
So level 8. It is still a d6. That is, until 11th. Oh,
Okay.
wait, that's weird. So it actually does say in there. So it says you can roll a d6 in place of the normal damage of your unarmed strike or monk weapon. You actually start out as a d4 at level 1 monk. So that thing updates as you level up. That's cool to know. Neat. That's a cool algorithm. You do 6 lightning damage. Well, 6 to 1 and then 3 to the other. Let me just make sure they don't have any like. Yeah, they don't have any resistances or anything to lightning, so I'm sure you still have movement, bonus action, anything like that.
Can I do a step of the wind using a key for a bonus action to disengage?
Well, you don't need to disengage because that only protects you from opportunity attacks, which they cannot make because they're not in melee range.
Sweet. Okay.
So
Then I'm just
you're
going to move back
feeling that.
20 feet. No, I can only move back 15. So right there. That's fine.
Yeah, I think this fight. I didn't know that you guys could make bright light. So this this fight's probably not gonna go the way I wanted it to go. But okay.
You should read the character sheets.
I should read mine. That took
Oh.
Listen, man. I think that's cheating. All right.
Oh, okay.
I know there are DMs. It's a personal choice. I don't fault any DM that does look at a character sheet, but I feel like it's my duty as a DM to come up with things that the world is going to throw at you, and the world doesn't care what you can do and what you can't do. It just, these are things that happen in the world. Sometimes you'll be good at dealing with problems, sometimes you won't be, and that's how it goes. And I feel like me knowing more and more about your characters just influences the choices that I make, and I want to be as impartial as possible. So I just didn't realize that's something that's and these guys are at a disadvantage when fighting in bright light. So like, this is not, I did not account for that. So, but as they're screaming about like not wanting to be in the light, they like realize, like, you know, they're like, oh fuck. Yeah, they're gonna be like, screw it, like, we can't fight these guys. Oh fuck. And they are going to, each of them, you hear that same and they disappear. And you hear the sort of echoing of that same, like, you know, noise from elsewhere in the cavern. Because I don't really feel like making a new map for this little chase scene. We can go into like some theater of the mind stuff. You hear them coming from the hallway. Like, they basically teleported down this hall. We're gonna stay in the turn order because they didn't teleport that far. You still definitely have the ability to like catch up to these guys. Tail, it is your turn. We're just gonna enter theater of the mind here until something like more interesting happens. But chasing through the hallways of a cave.
Do I happen to see them down the hallway now?
So yeah, you see them as you like get there. You have just enough time to like do an action as they teleported 30 feet from where they were, and they are running. So they teleported basically just off the map, and now they're running. And there's like a bend in the hallway, but you can see both of them just as they're getting to the bend in the tunnel. So like they're running towards. You can even hear them in like, because they're like telepathy like thing. It's like, you know, it's just how they talk, right? So they're like shouting like, "Fuck it, those guys are too powerful, too bright of a light. Let's go after the other ones."
I would like to try and hit both of them with Ice Knife.
I like that spell.
Because
Yeah.
it is a dope spell.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm targeting one, and then it's like the explosion on the ass end that I'm getting hit
Right.
with.
One is more injured than the other. Which one are you targeting with the actual like attack?
Is it readily apparent which one's more damaged?
Yeah, one's kind of like he's got a slight limp, and he's got a bit of a trail of smoke coming off of him where like he got smacked by the lightning.
Yeah, that's the one that I'll be targeting then.
Cool. Holy fuck. Okay, yeah, that hits. Definitely hits. And then the other one makes the dexterity save, is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And 14, they fail. So they both take 15, or is it just the one takes the piercing and they both take the cold? I forget how it actually.
I have to read it. Let's see. Range spell attack, but takes 1d10 piercing, hit or miss, the shard explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed or take the cold damage. So they both had to make the dex save.
Oh, gosh. So the one who's only making the save takes just the cold damage, not the piercing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it looks like what? One takes the piercing and cold, and the one just takes cold, right?
Yep.
But one of the one that was not hit fails, or he succeeds the save, so he takes half of the cold.
He doesn't take any. He doesn't say take half.
Okay, so yeah, he doesn't take anything then. He
I don't
like
use this
rounds
spell
the
very often.
corner.
It's cool though.
He rounds the corner just in time as like that knife hits the one in the back, and it like shards of ice like all around the cave. But he just happens to make it out. With the 21, he just, he's around the corner just in time. These guys are from where Tail is standing. They are like 50 feet away from Tail. Like they're not that far away. I mean, now you guys with your slower speeds might have to like dash or whatever to try and catch up to these guys. But yeah, they're like 50 feet away from where Tail is right now. Are you gonna move closer, Tail, or is that your move? I don't know how far you move.
That's my full movement, unfortunately.
Cool. Quothe, you're like way in the back, bud.
Yeah, I can't really do a whole lot. Guess I'll move my movement.
You do have like 40 feet, right?
Yeah, so
you,
right here or something like that.
you
Oh,
wanna
they
go
went
there.
left. Sorry.
Yeah, they went left. So you'd be there, and if you wanted to dash, I mean, you could get all the way up there.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
So Quothe,
That's a scary image. Just Quothe hauling ass with his big old scythe.
yeah,
I'm
And then
gonna
we should-
get ya.
you like running. Tail's like right in the path. You like just put your hand on his head and like vault over him like a guy like jumping over a fence. Probably crushing one or two of Tail's vertebrae, compressing two of his vertebrae for a moment.
It's
I guess I
not
could have just moved 40 feet and cast a spell, but
Well, you couldn't.
well.
I mean, what spell would you cast?
shooting stars ring.
Well, you have to like you can't see your target from.
I can't. I didn't. Yeah, I can't see over there, so I wasn't sure.
Well, like from 40 feet, you would have been like looking through this wall.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Then we'll just settle there and move on.
through this wall. Yeah. So you can you see the one who's like ice. You're about 30 feet away from where he is right now. The one who got hit with the ice. And you can see him kind of like limping around the.
Yeah, but I
corner.
used my action already, so I can't do anything.
Yeah. No, I'm just telling you that like that's just how.
Oh, I
close
got you.
you
I got you.
are. Rowan,
Yes.
your turn.
I mean, I don't really see anybody.
You don't. Not from there. You don't.
I mean, let's say I move here.
There.
Or actually, hold on. I was here, right? So let's do some measuring. Oh, yeah, I could probably get
Get over
here.
there.
I think that's
then
a
you
better.
can see down the hallway from there. Yeah.
Yeah. I see down the hallway.
Yeah, you see down the hallway. You can see I guess technically because that one who like dodged and like hid behind the wall technically can't like actually move out of the square that he was in. Let's just say he's peeking
didn't
his
mean to
head
do
back
that,
around
sorry.
the corner. Oh, that's fine. It says for description only. You didn't actually cast the spell when you click that button, so you're lucky.
Interesting. Okay.
So you can see both of them. Quotha, you can actually see both of them. The one's like kind of looking back, like, what the hell happened to you, man? They're like, oh shit, they're following us. Okay, back, keep running.
I command him to stop.
Ooh, which one?
The one I can see.
You can see both of them. There's one who's like clearly fucked up, and the other one who's like not really fucked up at all.
Let's get the one who isn't fucked up.
I got a question before you answer entirely. What level are you casting at? Because the higher level, you may be able to get more than one creature. If you can cast it at higher.
True. You could cast it at second level and target both of them.
Level 2, I cast it on both of them.
All right.
You
A 9
stop.
and a 13. A 9 and a 13. I think your spell save's higher than a 13.
It's a 15.
They both, they're like, hey man, that's not what. It's like, they're very confused. As a half elf, you know, you've got some fey blood in you. You know, you may have been raised to know. Fey creatures and stuff are usually pretty good at, you know, getting around charms and other persuasive magics. These guys apparently not immune to your command spell, and they are weirded out. They are weirded out by this. Yeah, they're like, hey man, like, let me go. Like, what? Oh, they're like, why aren't my legs moving?
Can we calmly approach them now?
I mean, you can do whatever
Are we
you
still in
want.
combat? Or are there other?
Oh yeah, you're still in combat. They can still take actions against you. They just stop moving.
Okay. Can I tell them like, hey, look, we can talk and not murder you,
I mean,
but there's a pretty good chance we're gonna murder you.
you hear in your mind, it's like, that's not a very persuasive argument. Like, you say you want to talk, and we might, but then you clearly say that you're gonna kill us. I don't
Look. If you talk to us, we won't murder you.
Make a deception check.
Deception. Wow.
I mean, it
okay.
seems like you're lying. Are you lying? I feel like you're lying to me when you say that.
Oof.
They're like, you literally just said that we were probably gonna murder. We don't trust anything that you're saying. Why would we? What? No, why did you? No.
Well, guys, I tried. What can I do here?
You're like, now let us go so we can go fuck with the mind of that little girl that summoned us here.
Oh, see, look, there you go. We just got something out of that, guys.
Just need to follow them with Vilmar's his helm, and then they'll just keep running away from wherever we go. Right?
Yeah, just like let us go, man. Fucking, we
How-
didn't mean to fuck with you guys. We're just here to fuck with the nightmares of that little girl that was afraid of the dark.
How about this? I, unfortunately for you, know how to speak to the dead. So you can either talk to us now, or I can kill you and then just speak to your corpse. And maybe your corpse might be a little more willing to cooperate.
Rough.
Joke's
is
on
the
you, man. We're
darkest
not from
thing
this plane
ever.
of existence. If you kill us, we'll just go back to the Fae.
So you're okay with dying?
I mean, it's not
Also,
the most, like, comfortable way to go home, but it's not like you're gonna destroy us forever.
I would like to point out you have a wizard friend obsessed with planar travel and things like that. It doesn't matter if they go to the Fey plane. We can find them.
These two nameless, almost identical creatures. You're just gonna find them in the Feywild.
Just go on a
All right.
rampage and start killing anything that looks like them.
I
All
don't know if
right,
guys, I don't
ziggurats
know
off
if-
the table, guys. We're going to the Feywild.
I don't think there's much else I can do here, guys. I've tried to talk them into it. I mean, they're still standing there. They've got to make checks to get out of this, but
Yeah, they're locked down. So I don't know if you're.
Yeah.
We'll move on to Azahar. Like, what are you doing, bud?
Is there enough room for me to fly over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That cave is like that cave tunnel is probably 10 feet wide, so it's probably real tight for you. Like, but if you, as long as you're like in the cavernous part, like definitely, for sure.
And how far you would estimate from where I landed to?
About
land from them?
35 feet away from where you are now.
35.
Maybe a little bit further than that. Maybe 40.
All right. Then I will do my Iron Man move and shoot meteors out of my chest
Ooh.
at two at the injured one, and then two. How am I gonna do this? Wait, shit.
Scorching Ray, I think, does 3 unless you're casting it at a higher level.
Yeah, but the way I have it written here, or the way I edited it on my armor, because I just did it quickest, I have it rolling 3d6. This would be each 1d6,
so.
isn't it, each array?
No, I think I'll look up Scorching Ray real quick. I think each one is a separate attack. Create 3 rays, hurl them at targets within range. Hurl one spell attack for each ray. On a hit, target takes 2d6 fire
2d6.
damage. Yeah.
Okay, so let me edit this real quick to put 2d6. So I just roll it 3 times, or
3 different spell attacks.
3 attacks.
And you say 2 attacks on the injured one, and then 1 on the.
Yeah. So
Just gonna nuke these creatures. They've told us what we need to know.
So
Goodbye.
that definitely hits.
okay, see if this rolls right. So 8 points. That hits.
That also definitely hits. All right, you one right after another. Bam! Blow like just a giant ass hole right through the chest cavities of one of these little guys. His little nipple arms
I tried to tell
fly
him,
off.
guys. I tried to tell him.
His little nipple arms fly off and clatter to the ground. The sound of chitin hitting stone. And the
I
the
don't
other
feel
one's
bad
like,
about this.
"Oh shit, Barry! No!" And
Take 6 in the
then
face.
yeah, 24 for 6 definitely hits the other guy. Not
I don't
enough,
feel bad about this at all. I tried so
not
hard.
at all enough to even remotely kill. I mean, you shouldn't feel bad for killing them. They're evil creatures. They're not.
Yeah, but he was being nice. Like, he did offer them the ability to live. This is
maybe-
their fault entirely.
Well, maybe with him taking a little damage and seeing his friend die, he'll be a little more persuasive now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still
Rowan
standing there.
feels
He had to
bad.
stand. He had to stand there and watch that happen.
You're traumatizing these creatures.
We're coming home, buddy.
Just
I'll
keep the men
see you
in
on the other side.
Oh god. They
You know, the
double
worst
down on
thing-
this. Fucking melt that dude.
Nah,
Please.
just let him live. Just let him live and let him just be stuck on this plane of existence. It's the most
That's it.
torturous thing.
I just wanted to do my Iron Man move, that's all.
Reshi, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Luckily for you, you can fly in these caves regardless of how. I mean, as long as you can fit So can your wings, because they're spectral and they have no clip and they'll go right through the walls. It doesn't matter. I mean, you don't have no clip. You'll still slam into a wall if you try to do that, but your wings aren't affected by the material plane.
But it only lets me fly the same as I can walk, so it's kind of...
Well, so when you spend a key point to Step of the Wind, you take the dash action, which gives you your movement again. So you could fly a total of 80 feet.
Would that take away my other action, though?
No. It's
Like,
you spend a key to use a bonus action. So you wouldn't be able to flurry, but you would still be able to like run up and like dragon breath these others.
Okay.
You could get like right up on this guy. Like I'm pretty sure you were like there. Yeah.
Well, I do
you can
have...
definitely get like right up into this guy's face.
Okay, then can I
have a request.
Tell me.
I want you to go up to this bug and Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport, the whole roided out neck, as you crush it with your foot.
But I can unarmed strike then, or I can't. I just can't flurry.
I mean, they're about your height there, bud. Like they're not tiny creatures. They're just small. They're not tiny.
Look, if you can high kick, you can make it work, all right?
I mean, that's fair. My first compound fracture. Katana 23, that's definitely going to hit this thing.
You're not using the longsword, Radiant?
I was going to, but I misclicked.
So she clicked. That's what she did. Slashing, 9 slashing. You do have, as a monk, you remember, you do have extra attacks, so you do get one more normal attack. You just use your bonus action, so you can't flurry on top of those 2 normal attacks that you made. 15's also definitely gonna hit. Also, I just realized that I took the 3 off the wrong thing before. So he actually has less HP. This dude super mangled. You just like double cut, insult to injury. I also find it very funny that they have little nipple arms. So you slice his nipple arms off of his chest. He's like, my favorite arms.
That was my next question.
My favorite arms, opposed to...
Well, because he has like normal arms too. Like he's got like normal like.
He enjoys the nipple arms more though.
He enjoys the nipple arms, but yeah, because they're like really creepy and unsettling, and it like they feed on fear. That's like what like he likes to tickle people with his nipple arms, and then they like.
Also, you could hold 4 different sandwiches if you had nipple arms.
Just
saying.
Why bother?
Logistics.
Welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Melt these motherfuckers. I'm done with them.
I'm gonna add adding more nipple arms to the campaign because it got us a follow.
Woo.
But yeah, I think bonus action you moved, you did your double attack. I think that's all she wrote for Reshi. This dude is he's under command. He gets like another wisdom save, right? Is command one of those things that you can like get extra saves on? Whoops. If I can spell it right, I could actually open this.
The target doesn't move and takes no actions.
Really?
Yeah, according to the blurb that he put in there.
All right, so he doesn't do anything on this turn, and because it says it takes effect on your next turn. So I think command is a level 1 spell. It only works for 1 round. So basically, this guy doesn't do anything. Tail, he's just like, oh god, he's like reaching down, like holding his knees, like trying to lift his foot off the ground. Like, why?
I'm gonna have Pages go up to him and pounce on him, and when Pages pounces on him, I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp through Pages.
He's like, oh, hey, look, it's a nice little. Oh God! Touch for 10. The shocking grasp goes off a little bit too early, and Page's
Premature
discharges.
shocking grasp.
Yeah, Page's discharges a little bit before hitting this guy, and 10 is not enough.
Takes practice, buddy.
10 is not enough to hit this thing.
I don't see any of you channeling magic through a being that you happen to be close to. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, so Pages, unfortunately, the 10 is not enough to hit them. As the Pages still like lands on it, realizes like he like already did the thing that he was supposed to do, and so he just kind of like sits on this thing's head, just like curls up on this thing's head.
I was gonna say Pages takes like 10 steps back and is like, all right, this rock looks comfy, and then just curls up and goes to sleep.
Wait, Kothe, time to go squish him.
Welcome in,
That's all I have.
Awesome Age. Hey, we used Mom's dildo seller earlier this episode. I don't know if you were around for that, but you named a thing and it happened.
I made it a point for us to go there, and I took my wand of infinite lubrication and I sprayed it all over the shop, and then we just left. I didn't say a word to anybody in there. We just sprayed lube everywhere, and then we just left.
The worst thing is they didn't even notice. Like,
they were very
thought it was
nonplussed
fine.
about the whole.
it was a normal day.
Yeah, it just happens. People spraying all sorts of fluids all over. Anyway, this little guy is still alive, Quothe. Unless there's other stuff Tail can do. I know I'm moving along kind of fast here.
No, I did the cool thing I tried to do there.
Fair enough. Quothe. What's
Okay, so how far is he from me?
Finished.
Less than your move speed. Like 30
Okay,
feet.
I will move to him.
Yes.
I'm there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
next to
should we
Rich.
put this fancy new... Oh, let's rage.
Cool. Why not?
Let's
you gotta do it at
rage.
least once in a combat, right?
Right. Is it not working?
I think it just went through.
Uh-oh.
A 3, an intangible spirit, which looks like a flump, yeah, or pixie, your choice, appears within 5 feet of the creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you. At the end of your current turn, the spirit explodes, and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage. Yeah. Until your turn ends, you can use this until your rage ends, you can use this effect again, summoning another spirit on each of your turns as a bonus action. So it's only a 5-foot explosion. You can just summon it behind this guy, and both you and
Okay,
Rescue will
yeah,
be
that's
safe.
exactly what I was thinking. I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
And,
covered in fairy goo. Just saying.
Please do this. I want it to very much be like that scene in Men in Black. Please do this.
Did I get the tattoo?
Uh,
I think they just
Yeah.
said you didn't have enough space, right? Or did you?
no, you
No, I got
the
a-
one
I got the
tattoo that
uncommon
was,
one.
like on the both of your legs.
The
or
Eldritch
whatever.
Claw.
Yeah, so I'm going to use
Oh, that
Eldritch
was on the-
Maul.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to move
use my
10
good
feet
hand.
away. Can I move 10? Do I still have 10-foot movement?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to move 10 feet away because I want the good to be on Rashi, not me.
We're theater of the minding this. Yeah.
Okay. Then let's pull out the old scythe.
Uh-oh.
I don't think this guy is worthy of the the no touch hand right now.
I mean, this dude already looks like really fucked up. He's like bleeding from the nipple arm stumps. Like,
I tried to save him, dude.
look, I mean, you already told them that you were gonna murder them, so that kind of didn't work.
Look, no, but I said there was an alternative. Just talk to us. And they wanted to be all shitty about
mean,
it,
they
so here they
are
are getting their
evil
faces
creatures.
cut off.
To be fair, they are evil creatures.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Quothe, is you, so this is the first time you've used your scythe in combat since, you, like, got this new hand, and you can feel your connection, to the scythe growing. You feel internally that it now has 6 charges instead of 3 charges. And you think that when you kill something, you'd be able to roll a d6, and on a 6, it would recharge one of your spent charges.
So I didn't use any charges that time, but do I still roll?
No, you don't have to roll because you don't have any
Okay.
charges to regain. But like the there's like some like kind of black mist that comes out of this thing as you like scythe it to death, and it's like, I'm coming home, Barry. And it like this black mist, which you don't think is its like soul, but you definitely think it's some kind of life force, like gets sucked into like the eye, and it like glows like a weird green color for a second. And you kind of like get that sense of like, oh shit, like if I had like used some of its death magic, that probably would have like replenished a little bit of it.
Wait, did you
Okay.
you suck that creature into your scythe?
Just a little bit
So
of its life force, not the whole thing. Just a little bit.
Now,
of
is
life
it-
force.
Now, what happens to it? Is it like going to whatever the fairy realm now?
Yeah. Both of these things are dead. Their bodies are like left behind, but they kind of shrivel up and turn to dust. And that is the end of our combat.
My flump. What do I do with my flump?
I don't know, but it blows up.
Can I throw it at Rowan before it blows up?
What?
No.
I got to get my evil stuff in, so I'm ahead of the
I
game.
use Mage Hand to swat it out of the
I
air.
mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, you could throw it at him. How far can you throw things?
I don't know as far as
'Cause
I
he's
want
like
to right now.
I cast
70
Mage
feet.
Hand. I
He's
cast
like
Mage Hand.
70
I cast
feet away.
counterspell.
I cast stop it.
Well,
flump
I'm gonna cast step the fuck out the way.
So you throw the thing. I'm pretty sure you can only throw things like 30 feet, so it lands like right next to Azahar. Azahar, please make
I
a
don't want to
dexterity
piss off the
save.
lizard. He's an asshole.
Look,
This
he's
is-
probably
look.
Oh, he got a
the
7.
flump blows up. You take a little bit of damage. It's like barely even not worth mentioning. It's like what, a D6? It's like
It's full of tar. Now you're tarred and flumped.
Yeah.
Before we end the session here, can I get a either, if you guys want to work together as a group, you can make this check at you can like nominate someone to make this check as an advantage. Otherwise, just someone make a survival check for me.
Okay, survival check.
I think Quothe's
Uh,
trained in. Who's trained in?
Yeah, hold on.
Not I.
I am
What
not.
I get?
That's not
Quoth-
survival.
you teabagged. You didn't. That's not survival, bud.
God damn it! They're right next to each other.
It's not. How is that? That's not
You
even.
literally
what?
just.
Literally right next to each
8
other.
in survival. All right. So you guys are able to regroup. with the rest of the most of the rest of the party, caravan people, it takes you a couple hours to find your ways out of the cave system and get your carts and all the goods and stuff collected. Some of the carts were broken, so it takes like pretty much an entire day to like repair the carts and like get back on the road. Eventually you find everybody that was like part of the caravan. You didn't let these like creepy little things get too out of hand or anything. They definitely did not make it to the little girl whose nightmares summoned them into this world, so that's a positive. And yeah, you guys you lose about a day on your travel, but that's not too bad. And from this is where we'll say through critical hits and critical fails, these are the Osrynn Tales. Thanks for playing, everybody. We're gonna find somebody to raid here.
Better be a good one.
On my list this week is to definitely get the credits thing rolling again, and I gotta change the be right back screen. Look, I've been a busy boy, but we do use Roll20 as our platform. The map that you're looking at right now,
Roll20 sponsor us, you motherfuckers.
Look, they're still waiting for them to get back to me. You know, they still haven't responded.
Well,
to
they need to do it. They need do it now.
I sent them an email a while back, and they said due to the holidays and everything, like they were all backed up, and that someone would get to me when they get
Okay,
to
good,
me.
good.
So I have been in contact with them. I might try and send them an email again at the end of the month, because that was in December when I messaged them about that. So we'll see. But yeah,
do you have a raid in mind?
I do. Yeah, we're gonna raid the dragons in the dining room.
All right, cool.
Quality dude.
Follow us, blah blah blah, Twitch.
So yeah, we're gonna do
all the stuff, you know, the fucking brr, 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 brr.
Yeah, please do go follow everybody in the cast here. The links are coming up. I think I need to change the bread and buttered link, right? It's exotic butters now, right?
Yeah, no stress though.
She keeps changing her name. No one knows why.
Listen,
She just doesn't.
I think everybody's starting
difficult as possible on everyone around her.
I think we're all starting competing podcasts too.
Does everybody get a podcast now?
You get a podcast.
I think
mine's
it's
called
C, right? Exotic Butters, right?
Yes, 2 C's.
Two S's.
2 S's. God damn it!
No,
I'm waiting for Genie's unveil of his new.
Oh,
cooking
why are you talking shit right now? Like, look, my podcast is
You know what,
called.
Rachel, just say something.
I thought you were making a cooking
and
show.
Click on your name.
My podcast is called "Fuck You, I'm Right" with Genie, bruh.
Ooh,
Mine's
podcast
called
over.
Rainbow
Can
Six.
I have one? You get a podcast. You get a podcast. But yeah, let's go through. Let's go around the table. Tell us what you got going on this week, Rachel.
I have nothing going on this week that I know of so far.
Fair
Kind of
enough.
boring.
Honesty.
Hey, you know what? It makes it faster. Saying credit. What are we going on this week?
This Monday we have good old-fashioned James Bond film, and of course, to accompany it, we are going
Which
with
one?
a classic martini, Moonraker.
Oh, that's a good one.
I thought you were gonna say the classic James Bond.
No,
film,
Moonraker's
Casino
really
Royale.
good. That's like real campy. It's good.
Yeah, it's prime campy with Sean Connery. So
I don't think I've seen that specific one.
It's
I've
good.
seen a lot of Connerys, but I don't know if I've seen that one.
even if the movie isn't good, we're making martinis. Come join us.
I mean, it's not good,
yeah.
but it's good.
yeah, no, I know what you mean. Genie, bro, what are you doing this week?
I don't know. I just returned to streaming this last week.
Was it?
We're gonna start. I'm starting to engineer some things together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a variety show. I think an actual talk show thing, and then kind of spice in a little bit of content in between that, because I can't do that 3 or 4 days a week, because that would be hell.
Genie's
Yeah,
back,
if
everybody.
you-
Go subscribe.
Don't subscribe to me at all. Fucking do not subscribe to my
Subscribe,
channel.
gift
That is
subs,
the biggest. Fuck
tier
Amazon. Fuck Twitch. Do
Uh-oh.
not subscribe to my
started them
channel.
again.
Give them all the bits. Tier 3 subs. Gift them all
But
out.
you can come hang out, and if you're a content creator and you kind of want to kick it, let me know, because I'm gonna start like,
Unfollows.
god damn it. I'm gonna start,
Massacre. It's the command is exclamation point unsub. I think is what
There
you're
you
looking
go.
for.
I'm gonna
That's what you're
I'm gonna look towards starting to get people that want to do small interview things. Nothing super dramatic. Nothing you're gonna have to like put in a whole fuck ton of like time into, but just like, you know, small things where you can kind of share what you're doing or who you are, or how you feel about things. So that's all happening right now. We're working on it.
Oh
Foulsham.
yeah. What? That's his real address, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Jovis, what you got going on? Playing games? Gonna be around?
Nothing much.
Nothing much. All right, buddy. And Chad, what you got going on this week?
Just continuing the regular podcast, Rainbow Six Siege, where I yell at nerds for hours. Ask them questions and work with them, and we build our character together, and expand on life's
Rainbow
mysteries.
Six Siege, the RPG, out now on Steam.
And where podcasts are, Spotify and
Yeah.
All the good ones.
Catch me in the Apple Store.
Chad, I actually need to change Chad's link too. He streams exclusively to Spotify now.
Yeah.
Yep, you can catch all my socials, Grinder, everything. It's all on my page.
Yep. Hey, this public announcement. Chad's on Grinder. Everybody get in them DMs. And then for me, we are Substances is losing his mind over that. Hell yeah. For me, I know that season 2 just started, but we are kind of going into like fucking first season was like 37, 38 episodes.
we're kind of running out of steam, and we're calling it short.
It was really long and kind of meandering. So this season we're gonna try and focus down. And I've planned we're gonna do Spaceship Zero as our off-season thing between seasons 2 and 3. But I have so much work to do for that. Like I'm gonna be making videos. There's gonna be on-screen videos like during the game, like of like pre-recorded like NPC stuff, because we're doing a module where like specific NPCs have like little monologues and stuff. It's very much pulp 50s kind of sci-fi radio drama-esque stuff. And so that I can get that shit prepared, my new schedule is going to be on Mondays and Thursdays. I'm going to be working on Spaceship Zero stuff starting this coming week. And then so Mondays and Thursdays, Spaceship Zero, kind of, pulp, black and white, sci-fi, 50s kind of stuff. And then on Tuesdays and Fridays, or my days when I do like weird shit and stuff like throughout the month, like on the first week of each month, we try and do Comic Chaos on Tuesdays, and I try and do fan request drawings on Fridays. So those 2 days are the days like I just like slot in random shit. And right now, those random things when I'm not doing Comic Chaos or the Friday request show, I am rolling up random DC characters from 2 books that I have full of characters. But yeah, that's gonna be the schedule moving forward. This past week we did the All Haven cyber western fantasy thing, so go to the Grouch Couch and check out our last episode of that. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Let's toss in that raid. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you all for watching episode 3 If you guys came in late and missed it, you can watch the VOD here on Twitch, or it'll be up on my YouTube channel on this coming Monday. And then the next recap will be up on noon before next episode of our show next Saturday. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wait, I gotta wait with this hand so I can hit the button with my mouse. Ah! And